Oh, and are the pillows feather or foam?
Yes.
Sorry, which one?
I don't care.
I'm sorry?
I don't know.
I was just asking.
And I'm very much looking forward to the moment when that stops.
It doesn't matter. I don't know what to get you, and
It matters!
It
It matters!
doesn't matter! Just get us something!
There's a registry! You go on it! And you pick something!
The lady who put the BS in BSN. It's Carolyn Sheridan from the Ag Health and Safety Alliance. Time once again to see what we can do to help our family farmers.
Can't wait. Maybe we can talk pesticides. She's Carolyn Sheridan's Ag Health and Safety Alliance. You know, we were talking before we got in there. We've been doing this a long time.
A long time. I don't think I'm the longest person you've had on the show though.
You're getting pretty close. Maybe Binge might have been a little more than you. You haven't been fired yet. But here, so you think we probably know each other. We have done at least 200 episodes, you and I.
I would think so. I have this folder in my computer, and I have all the files, like all the topics, and then there's subtopics, undertopics, and that's a long list. It's a very long list. Getting
to know each other as well as we have I ever told you how big a deal I am in cow barns? Have I told you the story?
No. I'm excited to hear about it because I'm struggling to figure out how that would even work. I can't even think of a way.
35 years ago, something. I'm doing morning radio up in Brainerd, and having a good time, doing my thing. And I get it back then. They didn't have the email, the thing like that, right? So I get a letter. This was a handwritten letter from a farmer.
Handwritten letter. That's a big deal.
I still have it somewhere. I'll bet you it's in my box of goodies. I got one little box of stuff I always like to save, and I love this letter. I get this letter from this farmer, and he wanted to tell me how much his cows appreciated the show.
Oh, it's a dairy guy.
Yeah. He goes, I come in, the cows are all rustling up, they got to get them wherever, and he says, first thing I do is put on your show, and it calms them down. Yep. I'm huge in the cow industry. Huge.
Well, I think if my dad knew about you, he would maybe have done the same thing, because we're dairy. I grew up on dairy, and my dad had a radio on all of the time.
Yep.
And rarely when we got to go on vacations, you'd have somebody come in and do milk the cows for you. And he would always say, you need to leave it on this certain radio station.
Sure.
And if you don't, then we're going to have trouble. And then if they would change the radio, or he'd come back and they would say, oh, we had a terrible time. And cows would come in. He's like, well, what radio station did you have? Yeah. If they changed it. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm big. Can I tell you my tragic cow story? How have I not told you my farm background?
I don't know, Al, but back to how many times we've been on, I'm going to tell you that I do these Zoom backgrounds. Last night at 10 o'clock, I'm getting ready for the show. And I was scrolling down through there trying to find something. And I have 187 backgrounds, and I've certainly deleted some of them.
Yeah, and for folks who listen on the radio, because it's a radio show, they never see the background. You're putting a little extra work in. A little extra work.
It's to help Al. It's like a trigger for Al.
So do you want to hear my other cow story? I got a great cow story.
I interrupted, comment.
You did. It was a great cow story coming your way. Okay. So my uncle raised cows back in the day out in Wisconsin. And it went on a huge farm, but big enough. And so every year as a new calf was born, he was going through the extended family, 6, 7 brothers and sisters and their kids, and naming a cow after one of the kids.
Oh, no.
So I go out, and our family's up this year, and I meet the Al cow.
Al cow.
The Al cow. That one's Al, because it was my turn. I'm like, I love the Al cow. The Al cow is great. Literally 1 week later, this never happens. I get a call, and my parents get a call, and they go, yeah, I guess you're going to have to tell Al about it. The cow got struck by lightning. The Al cow, dead as a doornail. Bam! When's the last time you heard that happening? Does that happen in nature?
No, I don't know. Was that, do you think it was a sign of something, or did you take it?
Well, I've always been really scared of going back to the farm, to be honest with you. The Al cow died like that.
So the cow took one for you.
Yeah. So, I'm almost a farmer. I think with as much as we've talked and how much I've grown and my background of cow stories, I think I'm an honorary farmer.
I think we might fall short. Well, you know what? No, wait, I take that back. I was going to give you a bad time. But as much as you support the farming industry, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, you're still out there for us. Yeah.
Except for the slow ones driving on the road. Other than that, I'm all pro farmer. Pick up the pace.
Well, that's good. You need us. Absolutely need us.
Absolutely. They are the backbone of something, and then some other people are other parts to get the food to the thing. There's a lot of parts.
There are, and that's why when you say we're going to save the family farmer, that's important. And I gave Al like maybe a nanosecond to pull up the topic today, because when I put my camera on, then he can see what I've got on my background. Actually, all this background.
Why do you have caddies on your background? Why are you have caddies from Augusta National?
It's only you that turned that into those coveralls into caddy coveralls. Is that what you did? Yeah. So for people who didn't listen last week, you were going off to use like pesticide coveralls to something. Those white coveralls.
I actually got a young lady here in town to put the Travis name across the back and caddy across the front. So my coveralls, I will look exactly like Augusta National 2 weeks from now at the LeSueur Henderson Country Club. Fabulous country club. And I don't think they'll believe it. My son will die when I get out of the car with a cigar, my hat on, and my caddy uniform.
We're saying this on live radio. Does he not listen to you?
He's family. He's heard me enough.
He's not.
I get that at Thanksgiving. I get that at Thanksgiving. I hear you enough, Dad. So.
Yeah, that's right. So at Thanksgiving, you talk about whether you go around the table and you say, "Have you listened to me this year? Did you?"
What's the best bit you heard so far? And it's just crickets. But they've heard the story. They knew about the dead owl cow. They knew that story. So I mean, they've heard them.
Yeah, my daughter. I don't think my family listens either. It's okay. We aren't offended by it. I know. That's okay. Someday it's going to be packaged up, in a little thumb drive thing, and say, "Here you go."
That is so interesting. We have Archiving Life Media as a sponsor here, and they'll take anything and put it on digital for you, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, so you have it. And I love that, and we're going to use them. But I just can't for the life of me think, when old Al is gone, that his family's we should sit around and listen to the 5,000 hours of Dad talking aimlessly. I just don't see it happening. I don't.
No. Yeah, I'm right there with you. But today's topic, it kind of revolves around should we call them caddy coveralls? I think maybe farmers who don't really like these coveralls would like them better if we call them caddy coveralls instead.
Here's the problem with these coveralls we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
These all white uniforms, you've all seen them. They're ungodly hot.
Oh my
They're
gosh.
made out of pop bottles or something. It is literally like wearing a plastic bottle. It is so. I'm going to be naked under there, just so the LeSueur knows I will be naked under my caddy-alls.
Yeah, you should be. Yeah, that for sure. That's a problem.
Why can't that be made out of a nice cotton?
There actually the whole idea of the show today is to talk about a couple of our new resources, which are 360. But when you look at those 360 resources, you'll see the coveralls and you'll be like, oh, that looks pretty miserable and hot. They have some that are more fabric, but there are some that are waterproof, some that are water resistant. You get anything past the fabric feeling ones, and you get to the water resistant. They are hot. So that's.
Thanks for sending me the really hottest ones.
I did not send you the really hottest ones. Someday I might, but right. So anyway, hey, a couple weeks ago we talked about some of our new illustrations, and we've been working. We are into like this 360 world. So if someone wants to get on,
we're going to have to talk about that after the break. I don't know what a 360 world is, but well, that's why you get people excited about the 360.
Right we'll be right back talking about donning and doffing PPE.
Think about it. Now that school's out for the summer, how are Minnesota students doing? Not very well. Minnesota ACT scores fell again last year and are the lowest they've been in 10 years. In fact, fewer than half of Minnesota students can either read or do math at grade level. Think about it. We used to brag about our schools. Now we're losing to states like Mississippi. Visit AmericanExperiment.org for more information. Think About It is brought to you by Center of the American Experiment, Minnesota's think tank.
Everybody knows you have to have a guy in the auto repair business. If you want a car, you need to know Paul. Paul owns Jay's Auto Shop. I don't know. Ask him. Jay's Auto Shop's locally and veteran-owned. Paul's your guy in the car business. He'll fix just what needs fixing, make sure it's done right, and at a fair price. You want to know your car's being taken care of, take it to Paul at Jay's Auto Shop. 202 North Main Street, Blue Earth, 507-525-1052. 507-525-1052.
amongst friends. The Al Travis Show. Nothing but talk.
And we've got our pain in the backside, Carolyn Sheridan. I got enough stuff going on that you're going to request the ability to share the screen, and I go in there. You already had it.
I didn't even happened. Yeah,
so thank you.
So for the radio listening audience, I not only have a background.
You have a screen sharing. We do this on Zoom. You can join us anytime if you want with Carolyn Sheridan on the Zoom. Go to the Al Travis Facebook page right at the top. You can hit that and you're in. So for folks who are just catching up, we are talking pesticide resources, PPE, right? What we like to call in the program PP. We're going to talk PP today. And
that was quite the show. If you want to go back to the history, I got to tell you, I barely even talked in that show because of the PPE that Al has now renamed PPE, personal protective
It's going to
equipment.
stick in people's heads better than PPE. It's PP.
I know. I'll
cover yourself with PP.
Yeah, I'll be at some conference and they'll be like, "Wasn't there this PP? Is that you? Are you the PP lady?" That will happen to me. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, but anyway, so the resource, and Al's always got his phone hanging around with him because he's texting other people. But if Al, while I'm talking, if you wanted, can you get to our website? Just like on your phone.
I'm on your website now with this thing. If I don't have you full screen, I'm always I'm always there.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so the two new resources that we're talking about is donning and doffing. Those are kind of crazy words. That means putting on personal protective equipment, taking it off. And so this is something that confuses everybody. Like, what is the right step? Do I take off my gloves first? Do I take off my safety glasses first? If I happen to wear a coverall, when do I take that off? And so we decided to just do the 360, where you have a 360 camera. You produce this video that people can spin around in. You can look at if you click out on your phone, you can just turn your phone and you can go around the room where we're at, go up and down, around.
Do people really not know how to disembark their clothing when they do this? Really?
Yeah, no, really people feel like they do, but even I have to kind of rethink about it. Well, if you take your gloves off first and then you take off something else,
then you got stuff on your hands. You can't do it off the gloves. Gloves got to be last. Gloves got to be last.
Well, pretty close to last. Actually, if the label says respirator, the respirator's last, because it's just there's this whole idea like if you don't.
But then you have clean hands touching your used respirator. Now you got it on your hands. That's why the gloves. Get that off.
Well,
then
that's
take the
what
gloves.
we show.
Boom.
It's how to actually just take that respirator off by grabbing a hold of the straps in the back. So these two new ones, there's a donning and a doffing. And there'll be another sheet that'll go up here, another
donning and a duffing PP.
Doffing. Yeah, PP. Yeah, that's right. So anyway, it's just a fun way. They are very short. They're about 3 minutes. There's some credits at the end that make it look like it's 4 minutes. And these can be used anywhere on your computer, VR headsets. You can use your computer. You can use your mouse to spin around and look what's in the room.
On the farm, that you would use all this, from the respirators, the gloves, to the plastic suit. When you're dealing with the COVID virus and you're trying to animate it or something, when does the guy you talk about how to put it on and off? When do you use it?
Oh,
not on a hot day.
Not on a hot day. No, absolutely. And we discourage it on a hot day. We say long sleeve and long pants, which can be tough even if it's really hot, like it was about a week ago here. But we always say don't overprotect, but don't underprotect. Sometimes it's just about the gloves. Just wear the gloves and the goggles, wear the gloves and the respirator if you need it. But either way, knowing how to put it on and reading the label and knowing exactly what you need is helps, because like some people just overprotect. They're like, or they just give up.
When you're buying things, i.e. the rubber gloves or even this plastic suit, do you find that they tend to run small?
Oh,
you need to go one size up. I hate rubber gloves that are too tight because you're always going to rip your fingers as you pull them. Get them one size bigger. That's just my suggestion. Well, and the coverall thing, unless you want to look like an Oompa Loompa, you want to get one size bigger.
Yeah, and also people forget that they come in various sizes, like the gloves. Al, once again, had a good point here. Because
wait a minute, stop it. 250 shows. She said the words. Al had a good point.
Al had a good point. $1 million ideas. Yeah, if your hands get sweaty and it becomes difficult to get those gloves off. But we really want to say to people, get out there, just take 3 minutes, to look at how to put it on and take it off correctly. Otherwise, sometimes you're kind of defeating the purpose because we don't have a water source. Sometimes we've taken off our pee-pee, as Al would say. Then it's catching on now.
I know.
And then you get on your hands and then you're busy doing other things. You might be eating your sandwich. You might be getting in the car or truck and driving, and then you're cross-contaminating the things you're around. So we're pretty excited about the new resources. And there'll be safety glasses 360 video coming up shortly as well.
And for folks who understand this 360 thing, she didn't explain it well in my opinion. These are the new ways for you to showcase on aghealthandsafety.com. That's your website, aghealthandsafety.com.
Yeah,
you can see how a lot of this stuff works. It's just not the funny little photos you used to have with little cartoon characters. Now you have 360 videos of showing. And are these professional models in these things?
They are a couple of them. We actually use our college students. So the ones in the donning and doffing are college students from down at Mississippi State, and then the new ones coming up. There's a couple people, young people here locally, one high school, one college. The same with safety glasses. So we're pulling in our college, our main audience for our Gear for Ag program, which is a lot of fun.
And are they fighting for the right to do the next PP show?
And well, we also pay people, because I think people's time is certainly worth what they have to put up with when we tell them to do all these things. If you want to see a hard eye roll, get a college student to help you with some of the things that you want them to do. They're like, really?
All right. And one last thing before we get done with PP, then we don't have a
donning and doffing PP.
Donning and doffing your pee-pee so you don't cross-contaminate on your hands with your pee-pee.
Oh, no, that's not.
You said it. You said you can cross-contaminate on your heads, and then you're going to put it in the car or the tractor because your hands are covered with the pee-pee.
With the personal protective equipment.
No.
Okay, go ahead, Al. You had one more thing you thought you wanted to say?
Do you have one of those on when we should don what? Is there at least an old-fashioned video? Because, I mean, the only way I can think is if you got a smaller farmer with you, one of the little kids, let them test the air quality first before you got to don your stuff.
Well, that's one of the illustrations that we have that, we do. It says low, medium, high. Right. Like when do you actually put what on? That's exactly right. We do.
So we do a half-an-hour radio on pesticide resources and PP, and the entire thing was go watch it on Ag Health and Safety Alliance. That's what we got out of this, and my cow stories. That's what we got today.
Cow stories. And no, I did say. Don't underprotect, but don't overprotect. I did say that.
You did say that. That was good.
You said don't wear too small gloves.
Okay, you're right. This was chock full of good quality stuff today.
Not chock full, but it was pretty typical of the Al Travis show with Carolyn Sheridan from Ag Health and Safety Alliance.
Dust from livestock building